Hello, hello, my friends. It's Sonia here with Fresh Approach Fitness, a wellness company. Welcome. This is episode number 69, and it's a little bit later in the week. And I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm going to explain why. But it is actually Thursday, August the 19th, 2021. And welcome to everybody taking a few minutes of your day to listen to today's show. Today's show is about the long game. We're calling it slow and steady today, and here's why. Life doesn't always happen the way we want it to. Life has a mind of its own. And what makes matters worse is when we tend to pull things along or push against the grain, however you want to look at it. And then it seems, although we are failing. So we're going to settle in and talk about that. It's not going to be a super long episode today. I'm hoping on about 20 minutes, give or take. But first I want to start by saying, I'm off. I'm a couple days off and definitely not having my usual energy and pep. You've heard by now, if this is not your first time listening, that I tend to accept that life happens. At this stage of the game, 48 years old, life happens sometimes. And through our best of intentions, we still show up, right? We still show up and do the best that we can. So last Friday, I had my second COVID shot. Well, I was sick on the couch. Sunday, Monday, I was not moving. Tuesday, Wednesday, and today I'm moving incredibly slowly. But because of that, there's been some major shifts, right? Shifts to my intentions, shifts to my mindset, shifts to my physical ability. I still can't wear a bra. Half of my body, my whole left-hand side where I had the shot, is all my lymph nodes are swelled up from my neck down to my hips and into my left thighs. I haven't really noticed much further down my legs. So I haven't been able to wear a bra all week. Again, not the end all and be all, but needless to say, I haven't been able to have that usual panache of get up and go, conquer the world, face my goals with the fullest of intentions. I am merely getting through the days now that I'm able to move more. But it doesn't stop me from moving through the days. It doesn't stop me from still being grateful for what I am able to do. It doesn't stop me from making the best possible decisions that I can make in the moment. And that's what we're going to talk about. So yes, slow and steady wins the race. You've seen that. You've heard that. You've probably noticed the image when I put this, when you see this post I'll put together. But let's talk about today when it comes to your goals. Life happens. At this point in your life, not everything has gone your way. Not everything has gone the way you've expected it. I mean, I have no problem sharing my personal life here. I've been married twice. I wanted to be married once. I wanted the happily ever after. I still do. And I wanted that fairy tale that was promised to me every single time I read those Disney books as a kid, right? I know you're nodding your head. And I'm not saying the rags to riches. I don't care about the money. The money comes. I have more than what I need to be provided, and I'm very thankful for that. You've heard me talk about that on different episodes. And if you're not there, definitely reach out to me. I will help you flip the script to get there. I will help you set the intentions to get there. Same thing. It's not an overnight change. It's a mindset change. So even in the shower this morning, where I do my gratitudes every single day in the shower, I talk about the 3 things I'm grateful for, and I'm going to share the 3 things this morning. The first thing was I am very thankful that I have a job where I can work from home. Very thankful for that. Very thankful that I have a source of income coming in, and I don't have to lose money because I can't properly get dressed to go to work. Remember, I can't wear a bra. I can only wear loose-fitting clothes right now, and that could restrict me from making an income if I had to get dressed, be in business clothes, and go to an office. I am also thankful that I am safe at home, where I am able to rest. I am safe here, able to make money and provide for my family, serve others, all while being able to wear what I can to be comfortable while I'm in recovery. So there was one more piece of gratitude that came in was I am very, very thankful and blessed that although I've been down and out for the week in terms of outside of my daily rhythm and I'm reacting differently to the COVID shot, I am very thankful, grateful, and blessed that this is the worst of it for me. Thankfully, there are so many people that are on so many different sides of this. And from my understanding, after speaking with so many people, the mindset is if it hasn't happened to them or anybody that they know, if it hasn't had a direct impact or an indirect impact even to somebody that they know of quite close, then it's more of a conspiracy theory. It's more of this. It's more of that. I'm not going to go into politics. I'm not going to bring this up. I'm not going to go into that for everybody listening. But the reality is if it doesn't happen to you, it doesn't exist. And that's where the common thread is with a lot of people. So I've brought this a little closer to home by taking the vaccine, and I am the only one that's responded to this. But you know what? If this is the worst of it for me, then I am grateful. If the worst of it is lumps and bumps throughout my body, aches and pains, then I am thankful. I've come a long way since Sunday. I can still go about my day. And that mindset, that strength, that positivity has brought me through to another day. So are you ready? Let's get on with the show. Thank you for listening. I am okay. I've had a lot of love letters coming my way, a lot of peace and gratitude, a lot of people reaching out, and I'm thankful. If this is the worst of it, and this is instead of me getting COVID, if this is what I'm getting, I'm blessed. I am blessed. But I need the time to recover. And so do you. Whatever your recovery looks like. And there are chapters in our lives. There are segments in our life. Some of them are bigger. Some of them are smaller that we are recovering from and we don't even see it. We don't give ourselves the grace and gratitude to get through the moment. And today we're going to talk about how slow and steady wins the race, whether you're recovering or whether you're starting a brand new journey. So there's many clients I speak with on the regular, and there's a couple right now that are going through the exact same story. And I can admit I've been there. And since I've been in the field of helping others and serving others and helping them flip the script when it comes to making slow and steady changes, it makes a big difference. So, how many of you listening to this are trying to do something better? Whether you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to save money, you're trying to change your mindset, you're trying to make these changes. Let's talk about weight loss today, okay? Let's make weight loss the focus. But you know by now, if this is not your first time listening to me, and if it is your first time listening to me, I talk about meals, movement, mindset, and money. So you can insert any of those things in here. But let's talk about weight loss today. Weight loss, meals, okay? That's what we're going to move forward with for the next 13 minutes or so, 11 minutes or so. I'm going to try to keep this at 20 minutes, as I said. You know, we talk about meal planning. You've heard people talk about meal planning before. And meal planning is setting an intention, giving yourself some ideas of what you want to eat to help keep you on track when it comes to eating healthy foods at the right times, to help get you to where you want to be on your weight loss goals. You need to meal plan, right? But what you don't need to do is get into your head about meal planning, because meal planning itself is a concept. I don't ever want you to feel like you are putting yourself in a position where the concept is bigger than reality. Because when that becomes the case, then the story The drama behind the story creates problems. And there's a major disconnect when that happens because that is not the intention. The intention is to have something healthy to choose from or readily available for when you can't think of something different, right? How often have you meal planned and have shifted to something different? The idea was okay, but you don't feel like it. You don't feel like eating broccoli and chicken, right? Me neither. I don't like broccoli. I don't eat broccoli very often. Actually, I don't mind broccoli. I don't like Brussels sprouts. But, meal planning when it comes to weight loss and fat loss, is very restrictive for a lot of people. But that is the mindset piece. That is where we get stuck in the story. And when we get stuck in the story, the drama of, oh, I can't have this and I can't do that. And I have to do this for 6 weeks to stay on my goal. No, 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 no. I want you to step away from that. Just because you have a meal plan doesn't mean you need to stick with it. It is a backup. Consider your meal plan as a backup. How I want you to move forward is to win the moment you're in. Okay, so we're gonna talk about when I'm normally sick. We're gonna stay on the sick thing, or right now where I'm at with a strong mindset and just a physically sore body. Okay, there's the difference. When I'm sick with the flu, I like to have chips. There's something about chips, ginger ale, and homemade chicken soup that always makes me feel better. And it's always the yellow bag of Lay's potato chips. There's something about the salt that I love when I'm sick. Sometimes it's a small bowl. It doesn't even matter the quantity. But it happens almost every single time I'm under the weather. I need that combination of food. And yes, I don't always have homemade soup, but typically it's the ginger ale and then the chips, right? That's not going to help me on my weight loss journey. Let's be honest. That's not going to help me with healthy choices. Now, in this case, it's different. My mindset is strong. It's my physical body that's not strong as I'm recovering. So, where I'm to the point where my mindset's strong. It wasn't there Sunday and Monday. But I didn't have the energy to even really eat. I did a little bit because I knew I had to nurture my body. You know that at this point, right? You need to do what you can to get it in. But now it's a choice of smoothies. It's a choice of I still might not have a big appetite, but I'm eating dinner. I am choosing healthy meals that I put in the freezer that I can reheat and eat. I am making different choices. I am winning the moment I am in throughout the day. Let's talk about this. I'm going to break this down. You all know I'm with 3 different network marketing companies. One of the network marketing companies I'm with provides, is where I get my protein powders from and some of my different supplements from. So I am having a shake every single morning. Yesterday, due to lack of energy, I had 2 shakes. I am making sure I am adding spinach to my shake to help me with the vitamins and the nutrients I need to help me recover. So I am winning the moment I am in for breakfast. I am winning the moment I am in for lunch. Dinner is pretty healthy. But if last Saturday, before any of this took effect, we went for dinner and I was pretty good throughout the day on Saturday, I had no problem grabbing a couple of appetizers and splitting them over 2 meals. I ate some on Saturday night and I ate some kind of on Sunday when I was sick trying to eat. It didn't really work on Sunday. But the point is, you can still have moments when you win the moment that you're in. You're not going to sabotage yourself by making a conscious choice 80% of the time. Think of this. 80%, the 80-20 rule. It's going to get you where you need to be. I know we live in a world of instant gratification, and we really, really, really want the weight off one last time, right? We're so sick of the diets and the ups and downs and the yo-yos, but when was the last time you have tried something differently? One day at a time, one choice at a time. If you consistently eat a healthy breakfast over the next month, is that progress for you? Probably, right? Making a smoothie instead of having unhealthy cereal is progress. I am sure of it. I am sure of it. Grabbing a smoothie, grab and go, making it and taking it with you on the ride versus picking up fast food, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, that smoothie is a win. You are giving yourself energy. You are giving yourself vitamins and nutrients. You are doing whatever it takes to fulfill what your body needs versus your old habits. That is a win. If that's the only change you make over the next day, over the next week, over the next month, that is a win. But when it comes to meal planning, we're trying to make multiple decisions at once. And sometimes it's overwhelming. And it's overwhelming to stick with that plan, especially when we make ourselves feel guilty for not staying on plan. You're thinking of the long game here. Normally when we start a diet, there's a start date and an end date. Even when I run the weight loss challenges, guys, for those that are listening to this and you've never participated in my weight loss challenges, they are completely different. It is about your weigh-in measurements. It is about your healthy habits. It is about slow and steady. You are in this for the long game. You are trying to make changes and shifts in terms of better decisions over and over again, not just a good decision today, and then making today so hard that you have no choice but to fail tomorrow. So there's a couple of things I really want you to think about, okay? Eliminate the story that is psyching you out. Why do you so badly need to lose the weight? Are you suddenly diabetic? Okay. Do you have high blood pressure? Okay. Have you suddenly realized that none of your clothes fit? Okay. It doesn't matter to me what your reason is. What matters to me is your approach. Your approach to get different results needs to be different. How I can help you with those different results is to help you with your mindset. Today's conversation is all about mindset, isn't it? Remember how I said mindset, meals, movement, and money? That is pretty much what I implement every single day. Actually, I normally switch up the order. For me, typically, it's mindset, movement, meals, and money. This week, there's no movement at all. I've taken the movement out of the equation this week because my body can't handle it. That's okay. I need to rest. But I'm making up for it in different areas. Still making the money, right? Still doing what I can do to make the money. Still making smart choices when it comes to meals. I'm doing whatever I can to bring in the nutrients into my body and to make the best choices that I can in the moment without the drama. Guys, one trip to McDonald's isn't going to blow your diet if you have the right mindset, okay? It's the narrative that we are telling ourselves that is creating the problem. If we go to McDonald's and we blow lunch, we're going to tell ourselves, oh, I just ruined the day. So now I'm going to blow dinner and have some chips and snacks when I watch TV at night. That is the narrative blowing the story. That is the drama creating things worse for you. But what if you give yourself permission? What if you tell yourself this is a journey? You're not out to change your process in one day. You are out there one step at a time. You want to win the moment you're in, one decision at a time. Because every choice that you make is a chance to do something better that is more in aligned with your goals. And it's okay. It is honestly okay if today is not the day, or if it's just one improvement. Maybe you start by putting 1 teaspoon of sugar in your coffee or tea instead of 2. That is progress. Write that down. That small progress could lead to half a teaspoon in 2 weeks. That's a huge progress from 2 teaspoons, right? It can be small changes. Grab your journal, grab your pen. Throughout the day today, or have your phone handy, write down some of your little wins. I want to hear from you what your wins are. Are your wins are telling yourself that you are beautiful and that you deserve this lighter, healthier, happier life? Are the wins choosing to have a salad for lunch instead of leftovers? That's a win, right? Maybe it's a salad with your half of the leftovers. That is a win. Maybe it's adding spinach to your smoothie. Maybe it's having smoothies. So, yes, we talked about meal plans at the very beginning. Yes, meal plans are important. They're important as a backup because many times when we have no idea what to eat, we choose for something that doesn't fulfill us. We choose for something that doesn't work for us. And then we think we've blown it. That's where the drama starts. Guys, I promised you about 20 minutes today. We're at 20 minutes. I am going to end this, but thank you so much for chiming in. I want to hear how you're going to win the moment today. What is it that you can do to help put one foot in front of the other to make a difference in your choices? Make it a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, actually, don't forget to like, follow, share, and comment on these posts so other people can find them. That will help me out huge. After a year and a half of doing these podcasts, I still don't have a lot of people commenting, so a lot of people aren't seeing them. So if you could help me, that is my ask for the day. I'm also including my link tree, a fantastic link that shows all of my different resources that you can have at your fingertips. Make it a fantastic day, my friends.